What's up, everybody? What's going on? Hope you're having a good weekend. Justin here to do a new series of shows. This is going to be a 10-part series. When will it end? I don't know. I could drag it on until November if I want to. I don't know if I'm going to do these shows every week. So this could last from August till the end of the year before the 10-part series is over. So this new series, new shows, I came up with my top 100. Top 100 wrestlers. Top 100 best wrestlers, in my opinion, in the industry. Some are not the best workers, but they were super over, or they could talk, cut a really good promo, or they were a really good heel, or just super over. They all don't gotta be the best wrestlers. So some of them, I'll explain the ones that I don't think are the best wrestlers. I'll explain why they're on the top 100. So by the way, before I start, I don't just do reaction videos. I enjoy reaction videos, but that's not the only thing I can do. That's not the only shows I can come up with. Anybody can do reactions on YouTube. Anybody. And many people do. And a lot of people are better at reactions than I am. Because I don't flip out. I don't scream and go nuts. Sometimes I do, but I do not act. I do not put on an act during my reactions. As I said, I don't flip out and start jumping up and down. That's not me. That'd be fake as hell. That'd be so fake if I tried to do that. So I'm not going to act fake on reactions just to get a lot of views. I'm not saying people do, but some probably do. So I just want to say I can do more than reactions on my channel. And I do more than reactions. I do list shows, countdown shows, predictions, reviews, fantasy booking shows, sports predictions. When the NFL season starts, I'll be doing weekly NFL predictions. I might even start doing NFL Green Bay Packer game live reactions. I may even start that for a few Packer games, not every single week. Because I couldn't do reactions for Green Bay Packer games every week because my head would probably explode. Because when I watch football and when I'm watching my Packers, I go pretty damn nuts. And I scream and I curse a lot. Anyways, I just want to say for anybody out there who watches my channel, I do more than reactions. I have a brain. I'm very smart. I can come up with a lot of different type of wrestling shows to talk about wrestling. So here's a new series. It's going to be 10 parts. Top 100 best wrestlers, in my opinion, that all of them made an impact on the wrestling business and the industry. Number 100. Now this guy I'm a big fan of. This guy could have been in the top 50, top 30, top 20. Number 100 is Raven. Raven. Guy had a great gimmick. Raven was a great gimmick. He did his best work in ECW and he did his best work in NWA TNA. Did very good work in TNA Impact Wrestling. So number 100 is Raven. Guy could cut an epic promo. I mean, Raven, the guy is a super, really high IQ. Like genius IQ type numbers. Number 99. I was never the biggest fan of this guy, but he deserves to be on the top 100 best wrestlers. And I'm not saying Raven was the best wrestler. He wasn't. But he deserves to be on the top 100 of wrestlers that made a big impact. Number 99, I was not a fan of the guy. But he was a good wrestler. Was a good worker. Held a couple titles. I believe he's a U.S. champion and Intercontinental champion. Mark Merrill. Mark Merrill, number 99. His WWF run was pretty lame. It was really lame. He didn't get over in the WWF really at all. I mean, his boxing gimmick, marvelous. Mark Merrill, that was pretty good for him because it was like fit him. It really fit him. But Wild Man Mark Merrill, fans didn't really care. And I would say his best run was as Johnny B. Bad in WCW. Number 99, Mark Merrill. Number 98, 7-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion. 7 times. Number 98 is Harley Race. Very good worker. Especially for his era. He was one of the best. But, my opinion, in my era, late 80s, when I started watching, to me, Harley Race, the guy was a legend when he was in WWF as the King gimmick. But, to me, Harley Race, before my era, to me, he was a boring wrestler. I was just bored by Harley Race. The guy could talk. The guy could work. But I wasn't a really fan of Harley Race because he was before my era. Still, Harley Race deserves to be on the top 100 because he's a 7-time NWA heavyweight champion. Number 97. I was a big fan of this guy. His best run was probably in Japan. Number 97, Stan the Lariat Hansen. Stan Hansen. Guy had good matches with just about everybody. He had good matches with Rick Martel in the AWA. Had good matches with Vader in New Japan. Had good matches with a lot of people. Stan Hansen, number 97. Number 96, one of the Von Erichs. Kerry Von Erich. Number 96, Kerry Von Erich. I was a fan of him as a kid. I didn't really know much about the Von Erichs or WCCW as a kid because I never watched them, never got to see them. But I was a fan of Kerry Von Erich as a Texas Tornado. But way before that, in the early 80s and throughout the 80s, Kerry Von Erich, the guy was a major star. The guy was a really good worker. And he looked great, had a great body. He had it all. Former NWA champion, Kerry Von Erich. Former WCCW champion. I almost said AWA champion, but I don't think he was AWA champion. Kerry Von Erich, also former Intercontinental champion. Defeated Mr. Perfect at SummerSlam 90. And the guy got a huge pop. Kerry Von Erich was really over. Not just in Texas, but worldwide. Kerry Von Erich, number 96. It's pretty damn amazing the guy could still wrestle pretty good with half of his foot missing because he wore a prosthetic foot and fake ankle or fake foot, ankle, whatever. Because he was in a motorcycle accident and part of his foot had to be amputated. Number 95. This guy was a workhorse, hell of an amateur wrestler, hell of a professional wrestler. Number 95, former WWF heavyweight champion for many years. Maybe 5 or 6 or 7 years. I'm not sure how long, but he held the title a really long time in the late 70s. He held on to the title till 1983 until he lost it to the Iron Sheik. Who am I talking about? Also came back, made a comeback in 1993. 94, won the WWF Championship from Bret Hart. Number 95, Bob Backlund. Bob Backlund was great. Great worker. Fantastic wrestler. Great pure wrestler. He was a great world champion for the WWF. Also, 94, 95, 96, he was a damn good heel. Bob Backlund was such a great heel. The guy would scream and shout in the crowd, cutting promos, yelling at fans that they don't know their American history and they can't even name every president. I'm sorry, but I can't name every president either. Anyways, I do know George Washington was the first president, and I know our current president is the worst of all time, ever, my opinion. Donald Trump is the absolute dumbest, worst, just uneducated, ignorant, dumbass president there's ever been. There's been no president worse or stupider than Donald Trump. I'm ashamed the guy's a president. Hopefully he doesn't win and get reelected. Number 94. Number 94, Kane. Kane was great. For his size, the guy was a great big man. Really good. Kane, the guy was great. He has an all-time great gimmick. Kane will go into the Hall of Fame. He's also a new mayor of Knox, Tennessee. Knox, I don't know where it is, but Knoxville County or something. In Tennessee, Kane won, and he's going to be the new mayor. Good for him. I'm happy for him. So number 94 is the Big Red Machine, Kane. No doubt he's going to go in the Hall of Fame. Former tag champion many times. Former WWF champion. Former world heavyweight champion. Kane had an all-time great gimmick. And Kane as a person, I always heard the guy was really nice and really educated. Number 93. I love this man. Loved him. Wish he was still here. I didn't get to see him wrestle in his prime because I wasn't born. But he was a damn good worker, really good wrestler. He was a super heavyweight. Number 93, I know him, is an awesome, great commentator. And basically the voice of the WWF from like 84 to probably 94. Till about 93. Gorilla Monsoon. Gorilla Monsoon. Underrated. The guy's, to me, is an underrated worker, underrated wrestler. He was great as being a super heavyweight. He was great. But I know Gorilla Monsoon, as I said. I know him from being a commentator and hearing him growing up. The guy was always great on commentary, especially with Bobby the Brain Heenan. But Gorilla was great working with Lord Alfred Hayes, Jesse Ventura, Jim Ross, Vince McMahon. Gorilla Monsoon was great with anybody on commentary. And Gorilla Monsoon commentated WrestleMania 1 up until WrestleMania 8. He commentated. The only one he didn't commentate was the first one he was not in commentary was WrestleMania 9. Also, Gorilla Monsoon commentated many Royal Rumbles, many Survivor Series, many SummerSlams. He only commentated 2 SummerSlams, 88 and 91. Number 93, Gorilla Monsoon. Look his career up on the WWE Network. The guy was a good worker. Number 92. As I said, Gorilla Monsoon's 93, number 92. And I'm going to, this top 100 wrestlers, I'm doing this part, it's part 1. I'm doing 100 down to 90. Number 92, Nikita Koloff. Nikita Koloff, really good worker. The guy was a really good worker. Really good wrestler. Not a great wrestler, but a really good worker. Nikita Koloff had the look. The guy was jacked, and the guy could work. So number 92, Nikita Koloff, held many titles. NWA tag titles, was a part of the Superpowers with Dusty Rhodes, was a NWA US champion, might have been a TV champion, I'm not sure. So, number 92, Nikita Koloff. Number 91, great worker, really good wrestler also. Former Intercontinental Champion, former Tag Team Champion in the WWF with Rick Martel. Number 91 is Tito Santana. The guy, very good worker, had good matches with everybody he feuded with and worked with. Had really good matches with Greg the Hammer Valentine, had good matches with Rick Martel, had good matches with Shawn Michaels. Tito Santana, great talent. Number 90, the final wrestler of part 1. I was not a fan of his. He did his best work, in my opinion, on commentary. As a heel commentator in 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. That's when Jerry the King Lawler, number 90, was at his best as a commentator. To me, he's not a good wrestler. He's a good worker. I'll say he was a good worker. He did draw money in Memphis. Memphis, my opinion, was a really small territory. So Jerry the King Lawler was the top star ever since he was given the King gimmick. As I said, he did draw money with Bill Dundee, Austin Idol, Andy Kaufman, I would say Jerry Lawler. The best thing he did in his career was his feud in power driving and slapping Andy Kaufman. He slapped him on David Letterman. Then he had a match with him in Memphis at the Mid-South Coliseum, and he power drove Andy Kaufman, and the fans thought it was real. They didn't know anything about kayfabe. Fans were on their feet, screaming and shouting. They probably thought Andy Kaufman really broke his neck. Lawler really broke his neck, and Andy Kaufman went around wearing a neck brace. And Andy Kaufman, he wasn't in wrestling long, but that guy could talk. That guy was a great heel, was Andy Kaufman. He could really get the fans to hate him. So number 90, I'm not a fan of the guy. But I'm going to put my dislike for him aside. He just lost his son, Brian Christopher. But that has nothing to do with him being on this top 100 as number 90. As I said, I'm going to put my dislike aside for Jerry the King Lawler. Never was a fan of him as a wrestler. I thought he was a good heel commentator with Jim Ross in the Attitude Era. And before Jim Ross, he's a good heel commentator with Vince McMahon. But I never liked Jerry Lawler. But I can put that aside. The guy is given a lot to the wrestling business. Number 90, Jerry the King Lawler. Former AWA champion, former USWA heavyweight champion like 25 times. Never held a championship in the NWA or the WWF. Also, Jerry the King Lawler did some of his best work, not just with Andy Kaufman, but when he went to ECW and invaded ECW in 1997. That was good stuff. When he cut a promo on the ECW arena fans, that was really good shit. So this ends part 1 of my top 100 wrestlers. Part 2 will be number 89 to number 80. Hope you enjoyed part 1, my top 100 wrestlers. As I said, this is going to be a 10-part series. Hope you enjoyed part 1. Who are some of your top 10 wrestlers? Or who are some of your all-time favorites? List them in the comments. Or who are just some of the wrestlers you think made a big impact on the wrestling industry and were really good at their job. I'll tell you one thing. In future parts of my top 100 wrestlers, for sure, the Hot Rod, Rowdy Piper, will be on this top 100. He'll probably be ranked really low because he deserves it. Piper, all-time great, especially all-time great talker and promo guy. Anyways, bye for now, everybody. Have a great rest of your weekend. Whenever you're watching this, have a great week. Bye for now.